Oh, love. Not a time machine to travel from now to then. Mine is a space machine to travel from here to there.
Oh, pooh. That's no fun. You're thinking money. I'm thinking men in kilts.
It's more than money, Claire. My aim is the Nobel Prize. Mine is the most important scientific discovery since man sawed the end off a tree trunk and invented the wheel. Until now, only radio sounds and television pictures have been transmitted through space. But with this machine, I have found a way to transport matter. My disintegrator reintegrator will change life as we know it. From now on, we'll have no need for planes, trains, ships, and cars. No need for roads, rails, docks, and airports. All cargo and all humans will be transported by my invention.
How is that possible?
Well, we're living in 1958. Nothing is impossible.
Show me how it works.
The ashtray on my desk. Remember where we bought it?
Yes, in London, as a souvenir. We laughed because made in Japan is stamped on the bottom.
Here, put on these safety goggles to protect your eyes while I put the ashtray into the disintegrator booth for a demonstration.
Should fly. Go, don't bother me.
Ready?
Ready?
Hang on. Here goes. With a flick of the switch.
The disintegrator is empty. Where did the ashtray go?
It should be in the next room. That's where I placed the reintegrator booth.
Holy moly! There it is. But how, Frank? How?
Silence, my love. E equals MC squared. It's not mumbo jumbo like touching an ancient magic stone. It's Einstein. Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. For an infinitesimal blip of a second, the mass of that ashtray disintegrated into a stream of electrons whizzing through space at the speed of light squared until they reintegrated into the shape of an ashtray. As soon as I have the patent, I'll locate transmitting and receiving booths around the world so travelers and cargo will vanish from one and instantly reappear in another.
Frank, you're a genius. Like Dr. Frankenstein, without the monster.
Happy anniversary, Claire. To celebrate, here's a transmitted gift for you. The London ashtray with every atom in place.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what's wrong?
Not every atom, Frank. The words stamped on the bottom, made in Japan, are printed backwards.
That can't be. That can't be. Let me see.
Take a break, darling. Come at it fresh tomorrow. Let's go to bed.
Good Lord, Claire. With this invention, I'll be akin to God. I can both decreate and recreate life. Anniversary or not, I must fix this tonight.
Oh, poo.
Buzz, buzz, buzz. I said buzz.
What time is it, Lizzie?
Early, Mommy. Look, it was buzzing on the window. And I caught it in a jar.
God, what, Lizzie?
A funny-looking fly. seen him.
He must be in his lab. I'll go downstairs and check while you set that fly free.
Shoot fly, be gone.
Frank, are you still working? Time to call it a night. Answer me, Frank. Is something wrong? Are you okay? Lizzie, where's that fly?
I let it go, Mommy. You saw me open the jar.
Find it, Lizzie. Search the house. Capture it. Don't kill it. Are any windows open?
Just that window, Mommy. Listen, I hear it. The fly's somewhere in this room. Here it is. It's on the window. See its white head?
Get it, Lizzie. Get it. Oh no! It just flew out the open window.
Don't cry, Mommy. I'll go search that garden.
All is lost.
Hello?
Miss Fennell, it's Jon Snow, night watchman at the factory.
What time is it?
3 a.m.
What's wrong, John?
Something bad has happened. A man is dead. I found his corpse in the workshop while doing my rounds. There's blood everywhere. His head and one of his arms got crushed by the steam hammer.
Did you call the police?
Yep, they'll be here soon.
I'll be right over. Guard the scene.
Miss Fennell, there's something else.
Spit it out, man.
When I found the body, I looked out the window and saw a woman running away.
Did you recognize her?
Yes, of course. Tonight's a full moon. There's plenty of light. I think it was your sister, Claire Randall.
Hello?
Charlotte, it's Claire. I just killed Frank at the ironworks. I need your help.
The watchman called. He saw you. The cops are on their way. Where are you now?
At home.
Stay there and say nothing to no one until I arrive. I'll drive to the factory and deal with the police.
The cops are inside, Miss Fennell.
Who's in charge?
Well, of course, it's Inspector James Fraser.
Good. Claire and I know him. Hello, Jamie.
Hello, Flushnuts. Horrid business, this. So much blood. You don't want to see it.
Claire and I nursed in the war. I think I can stomach it. Our father founded this ironworks, and now that I'm in charge, I have a business reputation to protect.
You're the boss. The body's over here. What is that machine? It looks like a guillotine, but with a square plate for crushing instead of a cutting blade.
They used to call it a steam hammer. It's a hydraulic press. You place hot metal on the bed, punch a button, and the hammer plate slams down with 50 tons of pressure to smash the metal flat.
Steam hammer. What a grisly way to die. Squashed to a human pancake. It looks like the poor guy stretched out flat on the bed with his head and one of his arms under the steam hammer. Then let the hydraulic press pulverize his head and arm to mush. Could it be suicide?
No.
Why?
The operating button is over there. It's away from the steam hammer to prevent accidents. You can't hit the button that slams the plate down and reach the machine in time to kill yourself.
Does the factory work at night?
No.
So, this death could be murder. I suspect the victim is your brother-in-law. Any ID marks?
There's a long scar on his left leg from a war wound.
Have the dog checked his left leg for scar, Gillies? And I need an indent tech to lift fingerprints.
Will do, Inspector.
Show me the button that slammed the hammer down on the victim, Charlotte.
That's the button. That's strange. The hammer's set for 0 impact.
Meaning what?
0 means flat to the bed. He never set to 0. That would squeeze the metal to nothing.
So, there's nothing left of the head and arm? Question by the press?
No, they're obliterated. And something else is amiss. The hammer is set for single strokes, and the stroke count says the operator punched it down twice.
Why?
I have no idea.
Gillies, I want this button dusted for prints.
Okay. Will do, Chief. And the doc says there's a long scar on the dead guy's left leg.
I've known you and Claire for a long time, Charlotte. Sometimes it feels like centuries. And the funny thing happens to me when I think about the both of you. I start to speak in a really bad Scottish accent. And I don't know why. Back to the script. The evidence looks bad for your sister. The scar on his leg means the dead man is likely Claire's husband. The night watchman says he glanced out through the window when he found Frank's body and saw Claire running away from the factory. Claire, I assume, knows how to use the steam hammer. Oh, does she know? Never mind. Crushing Frank can't be suicide. If our lab tech lifts Claire's fingerprints from the button that drops the hydraulic press, I'll have to arrest her for murder.
Claire called me.
When?
Just before I drove here.
Where is she?
At home.
How did she seem?
Distraught.
Was there trouble in her marriage?
No! Claire and Frank were devoted to each other. And to Lizzie, their 6-year-old daughter.
Unless Frank had a mistress that Claire found out about?
Frank's been burning midnight oil on a secret project. He's barely had time to sleep, let alone fool around.
It's time I spoke to Claire and searched Frank's lab for clues to why he died.
I'll follow you in my car. Claire may need my help, and if you arrest her, I'll take care of Lizzie.
Good evening, Inspector Fraser, Miss Fell. Welcome to Essendale. I'm Warden Ratched, the asylum keeper.
What a night!
Yes, thunder and lightning causes problems. Are you quite well? Most of the patients are agitated, and electrical burnouts have forced us to suspend electroshock treatments and lobotomies, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah.
We're here to see Claire Randall. How's she doing?
Not well. The court remanded her for psychiatric evaluation. We run an open facility. It's a hospital. Only the dangerous inmates are locked away. We have yet to determine if Claire is neurotic or psychotic. Neurosis will send her to the gallows, while psychosis will have her declared insane and allow us to cut out the diseased part of her brain.
Lobotomize her.
It's 1958, Miss Fell. We pride ourselves in using modern techniques.
Take us to her.
She's in the main ward. The patients call it the crypt.
A lot of weird tales must have come from there.
Oh, you mean the sort of junk Michael Slade peddles at Halloween?
Exactly.
No, our hospital is science embodied. Ignore the moaning patients and what they say.
I want to eat your liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Cannibal, go straight to your chest game.
They'll see, and they'll know, and they'll say, why, she wouldn't hurt a fly.
Settle down, Norman. You're being released tomorrow, and then you can go home to Mother.
There's Claire. What's she doing?
Hunting flies, Miss Bell. That's what she does all day. Fly hunting is her obsession.
Nurse, do you hear it? There's a fly in the crypt.
Nothing to fear, Miss Randall. It's just a common housefly. If you want it gone, just swat the pest.
No, don't kill it. I must see it. Does it have a white head and a white leg?
No, it's all black. Calm yourself, dear.
That's strange.
What is?
I'm sure you don't need to sit down for a second. A white-headed fly. Every morning and afternoon, Lizzie comes to my sister's garden for a white-headed fly. I'm staying there with her, so life seems as normal as it can be. When I asked her why she's hunting a fly with a white head, she said she caught a fly like that on the day her dad went away. She trapped it in a jar that morning, but Claire made her release it. Then she told Lizzie to find it again, which she did. But before she could snatch it, the fly escaped through an open window. But the girl said she'd search for it, and that's what she's been doing.
Maybe I can use that to make Claire talk. If I play the fly card, I'll contradict me.
Nurse Renfield,
Yes, Warden Ratchet?
Claire Randall has visitors. Is the quiet room vacant?
Yes, Warden.
Good, show them in. They'll have privacy there.
Listen to them, children of the night. What music they, what beautiful music they have.
Oh, enough, Jack. Go back to your basket weaving.
How's Lizzie?
She wants her mother. She asks for you every hour. Why won't you let us help you and your daughter?
I've told you what I can. I killed my husband Frank at the ironworks. He put his head and one of his arms under the steam hammer, and I punched the button of the hydraulic press. Although I killed my husband, I'm not murderous. I simply carried out Frank's last wish.
Why did you kill him?
I can't answer that.
Why did Frank want to kill himself?
I can't answer that.
Why did you slam the steam hammer down
2 times. I can't answer that, and I can't answer that.
Why are you keeping these secrets?
Because I promised Frank.
You've been charged with murder. Odds are you'll hang. If so, Lizzie will lose both her dad and her mom. By not helping yourself, you'll make the girl an orphan. You'll ruin her life with your secrets, Claire, and she'll resent you. I'm being taken off this case because I've known the 2 of you since grade school. Crown Counsel thinks I'm too close, and that the investigation is too big for the local police. He's calling in the Mounties as soon as your mental assessment is done and you're declared fit to stand trial. You'll be on your way to jail and probably the gallows. Now's your last effective chance to complete.
I can't.
We found the white-headed fly.
Where?
In your garden. Lizzie's been hunting for it since the morning you told her to catch it. Not long after you had told her to release it. Well, she caught it again.
You have it.
Yes. In a jar on my desk. I punched some holes in the lid so the white-headed fly can breathe.
Is that true, Charlotte?
Yes, Claire, I've seen it.
If you won't save yourself, we'll save you from yourself. Tell us how and why it happened, or you'll force me to hand the fly over to the Mounties.
No. The fly must be destroyed for the same reason that Frank destroyed himself.
What happened, Claire?
Frank thought he could play God, but God had other ideas. My husband was a genius. He created a machine that could disintegrate matter and instantly transmit it anywhere on Earth, and finally reintegrate it at its destination. The night before Lizzie caught the fly with the white head and leg, Frank demonstrated his invention for me by transmitting an ashtray. Something went wrong in the process, and the word stamped on the bottom, "Made in Japan," got reversed. So Frank worked through the night while I slept.
What caused the ashtray problem?
I have no idea. The disintegrator reintegrator mixed up the atoms, I guess. Next morning, Lizzie woke me up to say she'd caught a strange fly. I told her to release it and went downstairs to the lab to see what Frank was doing. Frank, are you still working? Time to call it a night. Answer me, Frank. Is something wrong? Are you okay? When I stepped into the lab, Frank was nowhere to be seen. Across from me, the door to the room that contained Frank's reintegrator booth was shut. I noticed Frank had left a memo in the typewriter on his desk. So I read it.
If you're reading this, Claire, something has gone horribly wrong with my overnight experiment. Reversing a pair of wires fixed the ashtray mix-up, so I've decided to transmit myself. If the test succeeds, I'll tear up this note. But if the note is in the typewriter, you must do as I say. Destroy the transmission equipment and burn all my research notes, so no arrogant fool in the future can use them to play God. And if anything remains in me that indicates what I have done, you must find the courage to obliterate that too.
My hands were shaking as I turned the knob and opened the door to the reintegrator room. Frank was slumped in the corner with a cloth draped over his head. He looked like an executioner. Frank, what happened? You're scaring me. Frank, can you speak? One knock means yes, and 2 knocks mean no. nurse daughter. I saw every kind of injury there is in the world. I won't be shocked. Refusing to heed that warning, I rushed across the room and yanked the cloth from his head.
Elizabeth?
No! I think I screamed. I knew instantly when it happened. There was a fly in the lab on the night the ashtray experiment went wrong. The fly must have flown into the disintegrator moved with Frank. And during the transmission of Frank and the fly's electrons, or whatever, the particles somehow got mixed up during integration. The result was Frank, the fly man, standing before me, and the white-headed, one-legged fly that was he had caught that one. The mutant fly somehow escaped from Frank's lab and ended up buzzing on an upstairs window. Frank's only hope required me to find the fly, so he and the mutant insect could go through the machine again and have their atoms untangled and reintegrated as nature intended. I ran upstairs and told Lizzie to capture the fly again, but it escaped out through an open window, and all hope was lost. I don't know how long flies live. Frank was in pain and losing coordination by that night. He kept thinking his fly egg poured the note in the typewriter until I knew there was no alternative to follow his plea that I destroy all evidence of his failed experiment and put him out of his misery in a way that would obliterate his mutation.
So you took him to the steam hammer in our ironworks.
Yes, that was the ideal tool. Frank lay down on the steam hammer's bed with his head and flylight under the hydraulic press. For single strokes and zero impact with the bed so anything under the hammer would be pulverized. Then I told Frank, I love you, darling. And he replied. Then I punched the button and the plate slammed down. Unfortunately, Frank had jerked his fly leg off the steam hammer's bed before the plate could crush it, so I had to raise the hydraulic press for another slam. Nothing was left of Frank's fly leg but bloody glue. I reared his fly leg under the hammer and punched the button again. Then I returned home to Frank's lab, where I burned all his research notes and destroyed his equipment.
And then we arrived, and I arrested you.
Yes. Now do you understand what I did to carry out Frank's wish? And how you must destroy the mutant fly which are on your desk. Scientists must never learn of Frank's dangerous invention, because there will always be men who want to play God.
Warden Ratchet gives me the creeps. What do we do now?
I'm off to face Crown Counsel. We must save Claire from the noose. I'll tell him her story and see where things go from there. You'll do the same with her lawyer?
Do you believe her?
I'm a cop. I deal in hard facts. I'm not a science fiction enthusiast like Mary Robinette Kowal. I think Claire believes it, and that makes her insane. The law defines psychosis as a break with reality.
What would it take to make you believe it?
Show Crown called in the Mounties to take it from here.
What about Claire?
The good news is Claire won't hang. The Crown agrees that Claire's unfit to stand trial. The bad news is Warden Ratchet has convinced those in charge of Claire's case that her psychotic state of mind requires the 1-2 punch of Essendale therapy. Electric shock treatments followed by complete lobotomy.
God, no!
Annie Charlotte! Annie Charlotte!
Not now, Lizzie.
I found it, Annie Charlotte, in the back garden. The white-headed flies caught in the spider web. The big, bad, hairy spider's gonna eat the fly alive.
Where, girl, show me. Where's the boulder?
There!
Stand back, girl.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.